Okay, we're live. Let's go. So today, I'll try to move a little forward on that one. Tonight, obviously something like 11th, 12th century, something like that. Quite funny, I have to say. Quite funny to do. I'll show you some details. Sorry, it's not very good. My lighting setup is very bad, so we'll have to address that, but not right now. But here, so obviously I will work on that arm because I've corrected it. I used this as a template, but it was a little too big, so I had to change a few things to match the new true helmet here, which is the great helmet from something like that era, 11th, 12th something. So here we are. I worked some of the drapery, his coat arms here, so I will put a leather strap on that part corresponding to the one you can find on some shields. I lost the shield. I just have that one, which is just not that good. I will not use that one, but you have a strap that enables the shield to remain on the night, because basically on battle you lose your shield, you're dying. Yeah, that's a problem here. Here it is. So it's made of magic sculpt. It's very simple form. I will work on that to create some wood grain here, and maybe a frame. But that's all. Of course, I made the sword. I use another template made with a wire. Metal wire, very simple stuff, but I made the actual sword and put it in place that day. So yeah, here we are. I'll just get back a little and try to move a little more on that. So I'm using Fimo. It's an old version. It's Fimo Classic. So now it's called Fimo Professional. It's the same stuff. Very good. Very basic. Very simple to use. I kind of really like this type of polymer clay because it's quite stiff with a good mechanical properties, so I can just use a big amount of it without having any problems with masses moving if you're careful enough. So here I will build the arm. Because I had to remove the older version because it was not matching the size of that helmet. The helmet has been made with Magic Sculpt, which is I think my favorite brand of epoxy. It's very nice to use. The only downside of it is the fact that it's aging very badly. I mean, if you're not using it fast enough or not store it in your fridge, you most likely will see the hardener becoming completely brown. The thing is gray, and if it's brown, it's no longer usable. It's completely oxidized. So this is rather a big problem for me, because you have to find some good suppliers that will not sell you unusable thing. So you have to trust your retailer, because if the hardener is brown, it's dead. You can't use it. You will this will almost not dry, or dry poorly, and will have very poor mechanical properties. So this will not work. But that's some kind of a bummer for me, because it's very difficult to find good, really good usable epoxy, because you have pretty much the same thing with Milliput, and at some extent also with green stuff. But on green stuff you can't see anything. If the hardener is completely hardened, I mean the blue part, it's pretty much dead also. This will not be very easy to use. This will be brittle, not too stiff, not smooth enough to be used. So yeah, Fimo, great product. You can do a lot of stuff with that. There's a lot of other brands available, of course. Fimo is not the only one. But yeah, I have some package, so I like to use it. It's a classic. It's really a classic in figure making, figure sculpting. So yeah. For now, I'm kind of happy to what I've done, because this is a new version of an older creation I've done, but it's very bad. That one, but it's not good at all. So I'm redoing the thing with a better posture, better attitude, better face. Everything will be far better than what I made. With the first version, which was kind of poorly done, I have to say. I had this major problem, a major issue, which was to let my clay in my hand for extensive amount of time, because this helped to warm it. But it was too warm, and the problem is that the clay, the polymer clay, needs to be kind of resistant, not too bright, too smooth, too soft, in order to be usable. So here I'm just with this kind of motion. I'm just creating some basic planes and basic volumes. So as I've stated in other live streams, the other one at least, I tend to prefer to make very small armatures. Okay, not a lot of steps with some people work with a lot of epoxy before making their final layer with polymer clay. But I think it's missing the point of polymer clay. Polymer clay is great because you can work a lot with your volumes. You can interpret a lot your armature. You don't have to have a perfect armature. You put your armature, and you can just put more clay on one part or another, just to finalize and fix completely your posture, which is the first, you know, your sketch. Your first step is to create a sketch and to completely achieve your pose, because you can't have the definitive pose with just the armature. It's not enough. No matter how hard you will work on your armature, this will never be perfect, because it's too hard to foresee every volume. You can't. So you just put your armature, try something, and you'll see. And that's why I love to use polymer clay, because doing very small armature and just putting some green stuff to as a sticking agent for my polymer clay, just a very thin layer, and working with polymer clay around that, this will enable me to work a lot on the posture, and this is great. I think this will give me the best results. And the thing very good with Fimo is that you truly can put a lot, I mean a lot of it without having any problems. Okay. So not hesitate also to temp. You know, you not just squeeze or, you know, work like that, but temp, just to remove some air and to be sure that the thing will be completely stiff. This is something that have been proved very valuable for me working on some busts with very small armatures. There it is. My main influence for this model is Andrea Miniature. I love Andrea Miniature. This definitely is one of my favorite brands out there. My all-time favorite will be Alexandros models, of course. But yeah, Andrea Miniature, I don't know why, but they're so fun to paint. I really enjoy to paint Andrea Miniature from time to time. And I really like their way of portraying fabrics, you know, having some nice folds, sometimes not that realistic, but it's not a problem. I like the way they're I like the style in which they're portraying their clothing. So I'm trying to emulate that a little. It's definitely an influence over my work when I sculpt. For the head, the main influence for the face is obviously most Alexandros model, because I try to give him a nice a nice face, you know, with a very some kind of a smirk. This is something I really like. You can find that on the Roman brand. They're from Alexandros models, sculpted by I think it's La Ruccia, and I really like this style. But yeah, this mini is it's been something quite interesting for me because started just as a side project like that, trying to just work my way around an old idea that was not that good, and ended up with something quite convincing as a work in progress. So pushing a little more. Here I just try to remove any type of air bubble I may create. So just squishing here the thing, squeezing the edges of my layers just to avoid to take too much air bubble, to create too much air bubble, and I will add, of course, some volume here. Also, what's very interesting with that is the fact that you can remove, if you're not convinced by your armature, you can remove the thing, change your armature, and rework. Sometimes it's not always possible, but when you can, just not hesitate. This is one of the very, very interesting aspects of polymer clay. You can work a lot and correct and change, and if something is not the way you want it to be. Sorry. But it's it's fun. It's fun to do from time to time. And this type of figure is very very funny to make with a nice attitude like that. Okay. There's that like that. Okay. Just push the volume here. Okay. Oh, hi Joe. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Nah, it's kind of an old one, but I'm redoing this. But this is not good at all. I had a lot of problem with face. The posture was not that good, and yeah, it didn't age very well, I have to say. So I'm just remaking the thing, and it's better, in a better form, with a better face, and I'm kind of proud of my face. It's still in progress though, but I really like. And since if it's heavily influenced by one of my favorite brands out there, Andrea Miniatures. I'm trying to emulate their style, at least for the, not that for the face, but for the cloak, the coat arms. So yep, working on some kind of an old stuff. Yeah, it's much better. The other one has several years, and yeah, was not that great. I think this one will be good, because this one is definitely not bad, even compared to some old Andrea miniature references. So I think overall can be nice to work on that. Just lost some time to create a nice posture, because here it's not easy to find the right posture for the arm, and for that one either. You mean under that? No, it's just completely filled, but no support. Even here and there, no support. I just created a lot of the volume here apart, and put it and just work around that. And I will create a big cloak behind, and I think I'll try to do it without support, to work just one part, the inner part, put it, and after baking work on the other part. But we'll see. I know that a very great French sculptor is doing such thing. It's Michael Bigot. Mick used to be a head sculptor in at Rackham. He's extremely good, and he's working like that while working on Fimo, but more, he's not doing a lot of 54 millimeters, more 28. Fimo, it's Fimo. It's an old version of Fimo. It's Fimo Classic. It's the same thing as Fimo Professional. It's basically the same thing. I think the thing will be nice to paint. I always like to paint such figure. Something funny to paint for me. Just have to add some clay here. Smoosh together this part. That's something I don't know if a lot of other sculptors are doing that, but damping like that is definitely something that helps me for the first steps to avoid to have too much air pockets, and even to have too much just air in my clay. That's why I'm doing that a lot, to ensure that the Fimo will stay still and be quite stiff. That's why I'm able to not put too much armature. This is definitely something that is made with actual clay. If you're using clay, wet clay, something like that, you most likely will have to damp a lot. But with polymer clay, this is not something I saw a lot, but this is definitely useful. So of course, yeah, I should. I have a lot of biscuity, but it's the old formula, which is nice, very nice, but don't have a big stash of biscuity. I bought far too much of it, but yeah, maybe I will try to use this. But for now, I like Fimo because I can find it easily, and I know that you can do a lot of great stuff with it. And I have a big stash of Fimo, so I'm trying to use it whenever I can. You're using Bisputi, I think, for your own creations. Yeah. The main issue I had with the old one was the difficulty I had to bake it. Sometimes I achieved mixed result. It was very sensitive, very heat sensitive. So yeah, definitely we'll try the new one day. Professional. Here it's the old one, so it's classic, but it's the same as professional. Yeah. Here it's definitely the most basic polymer clay available I'm using. There it is. Temp, 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 temp. Oh yeah. Of the older version, I used some firm, some biscuity plastic firm, but the old version, and the thing, when kneaded enough, it remains very, very soft. Oh yeah, you find it go bad easily? I think it's quite hard to make it bad, but yeah. You don't like the behavior? It's, I say I never experienced any bad stuff with Fimo. I always had a great time working with Fimo. No, no. I know that now I tend to not need it too much before working on it. Specifically when working on the first steps, in order to ensure a right good stiff foundation. Because yeah, I stated in the beginning of the video that I had this tendency to let a lot of my clay sit in my hand for extensive amount of time, which is a definitely bad idea. That's why I ended up having to struggle with a too soft clay. Now I try to take it from the package to just knead it a little, roll it on a sheet of paper, and work on that. Oh yeah, for myself, when the package is open, I try to use it quite fast, and also to store it in a fridge. This can help. I had this problem with some old Sculpey film that was far too hard. The thing was far too much hard. I understood it when I work on a less old package, with a less old package, and the thing was definitely softer and usable. So yeah, even if it's stated firm on the package, this should not be a rock hard firm. You should be able to knead it with your fingers. But maybe that's why, yeah. But here, Fimo is available from a lot of stores, even supermarket. So there's a good turnover. maybe that's why I never experienced any problems with it. Yeah. I knew the thing with baby oil, or for Fimo I don't know, but for Sculpey you can use maybe some Vaseline, something like that. But yeah. I heard that it was never the same. Yeah, we'll add some clay here. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Hi, Gail. Yeah, back on sculpting. I saw a comment on one of my painting videos asking for some sculpting stuff, so I tried to provide some sculpting stuff. Oh, you mean for Joe, for the problem for Fimo? Yeah, maybe. I think Bisputi, their packaging is great. These little boxes are very good. It's a very great packaging. Yeah. Oh, it's truly great product. So, and I really like their the gray. Prefer to work with gray material than to work with such fleshy stuff, which is not that easy to read. Okay. Now my main problem will be to find some magic sculpt, but in the you know, the classic packaging, these two little buckets, because I know where to find some good magic sculpt, but in the package not that handy. Oh, thank you, Gail. Yeah, and this will be I think more and more rare to find some traditional sculpting, because even for display figures like that, a lot of companies are switching to 3D made stuff, digital sculpting. is not bad per se, but yeah. The job is changing a lot. It's switching to some kind of an old 3D made stuff. Yeah, because yes, when it comes to epoxy, now for the preparation of my figures, the one I buy in order to paint it, and for when I have to use like there, when I have to use some epoxy, this is definitely my go-to for maybe 90% of my work. It's one of the best. Oh yeah, that brush, yeah. Yeah, I had a non-official version, I'll say, but yeah, never managed to create anything relevant with it. Definitely, this is. I think that 3D sculpting is boring. Not the result; you can have great results, but the process. This is not something I'm interested in. So it's a struggle for me to at least try my hand to it, because I think it's boring. I really don't like the process. I like to have some messy, dirty process like that, you know, removing, putting, removing, scratching, cutting myself. Having to tinker with a lot of stuff to create something good, or at least convincing. Yeah. So I have to remove a little more of that. But yeah. There it is. I really enjoy to put too much clay and to have to remove it. There it is. But yeah, I think I will have no choice but to adapt to that, because it's definitely the new standard in the industry, but I really don't like that. I saw some great sculptors like Gaël Goumont or Thomas David switching to that. Okay, bye for now. So Gaël, and thanks for your canned comments. It's nothing that interesting, but yeah, it's helping me to be focused on my sculpting work to live streaming. So glad you like it. I thought also to switch to Twitch, you know, because on YouTube is not truly a live stream platform. I had some hopes with the Dr. Disrespect case, that this will trigger something, but this will not trigger anything, I think. So maybe I should switch to Twitch. And putting some replays here. I don't know. Thinking of that, but there it is. Okay. I also will try something, I don't know if I will do it live or not, but I will use a little bit of polymer clay. We'll make a little square something, and I will try some method to create some male armor, because I created a tool, of course, but it's not that convincing. So maybe I will try to use another method. I have some of them in mind, but some of them are not suitable for 54mm historical figures, I think. Yeah, let's see. Maybe I will have to find some alternative method. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing I had in mind. I have some of them here, and I think this could be great. And the thing I want to try is to create, a grid, and in order to have a basic, some basic landmarks to remain consistent, because obviously I will have some big areas to create. So yeah, it's just to remain consistent. So I think I will use that blunted needle. And yes, pulling C pattern, yeah. Okay, if I'm trying to put a thumb here, this would be great. Just put more clay. And we'll see. Okay, this is just a temporary thumb because it's not very accurate. No matter what, just to find the good dynamism. Okay. because you will have these big gloves, you know, without fingers. Okay. So for now, it's a very basic idea of a hand. It's not realistic. It's just my basic idea. Okay. I was struggling to understand where to put my wrist, and now I know. That's why it's so important to find the right amount of volumes to put down. Now I know that here it's quite too big, so there, I'll remove. Okay. Okay, now the wrist is better. I plan to cheat a little, specifically here, with the Mailama folds, because I want to feel that part here. Oh yeah, Green Stuff World, yeah, they have a chainmail tool. Yeah. But I don't know why, but I prefer to use my own stuff. You know, here I'm making an exception for an old Games Workshop spatula, which I had to modify because the thing was too thick to be usable. But apart from that specific item, I tend to use mostly the one I created. This is definitely something I really like to use my own tools. There it is. Just increase the thickness of that hand. There. There it is. No. Yeah. Okay. More here. Yep. And I'm considering to buy something to make some plating with nickel, you know, in order to create my own plated tools. Having, you know, something quite professional-ish in look, and with a better conservation than, you know, brass. Brass is great, but it tarnishes very fast. It's not that big of a deal, but I like my tools to be bright and non-sticky. And I watch some channels, you know, of guys that are making some restoration on some toy cars like Hot Wheels, and a lot of them has this setup for creating nickel plate, you know, plating. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Put it in the inner part here. I will remove some clay. Okay, good. I'm specifically proud of my loop tools. I need to create some very small one because I managed to put my dirty hands on some very thin wire, 0.1 millimeter steel wire, which is great. Coming from Germany, bought on Amazon, which is, I know, the devil, but they had it, so it was available, and it was desperately in need of some very, very, very thin wire. Need some damping here. Oh yeah. In French we call it l'âme, spirit, soul. I don't know if it's the same in English. This inner wire of the threaded strings. Sorry. Yep. It's not that bad. I think it's not that bad. Yeah. Let me cut a little more there. There. This is one thing I always find very difficult, is to find a good proper way to make two volumes interact with each other. It's always a struggle for me. Eventually I will manage to find my balance, but we'll have to do a lot of back and forth movement in order to find it, I think. But it's I think it's why a lot of people are eager to find some sculpting tutorials, or better some sculpting live streams like that, because they can see the difficulties, you know, the back and forth movement always needed to create anything in 3D. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. a lot of back and forth. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. This arm, it's the third time I'm sculpting stuff on because I had to change some stuff, but now it's the wire, the armature will not be a problem. I managed to find a proper pose in order for it to not be a problem. Yeah. Okay, good. But now it's definitely my favorite part because everything is in place, glued or put in the right place, and I will just have to work around it, and that's definitely my favorite part. Oh, you have an earthquake. Earthquake in Greece? Holy crap. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Okay. Just making a little break. Got the mic for and my webcam just for a sec. Sorry, I was drinking my shaker. Yeah. You hope it stays there. Yeah. Earthquake is always something. I experienced one, just one, and it was not a big one, and it was kind of fear-inducing, quite scary. Okay, continue. Hey, let's stop there. We'll continue. So most likely I need to put more clay on top of this part. I'm trying to just have some basic shapes. I'm not trying to create any muscular details, but just big shapes, because it will be a complete melama. So this arms will be in the aubert, sleeves of the aubert. So yeah, I'm kind of proud of my hood here, which is called the camail. I don't know in English. In French, it's called a camail. It's basically a hood made in with mail. Oh, earthquakes are not rare in Greece. Oh, like in Japan. Oh, a bit because you have a lot of seismic activity. I don't know. In France, it's truly an oddity. Oh yeah, in '99. It was a big one. Oh yeah. Okay. Could even imagine if these rules were not in place in a very quite big city like Athens. So yes, I can imagine. It's definitely important to have such rules in place. Oh yeah, okay. Some kind of a doomsday, so. Oh, hi, Jewy. I hope I'm not butchering your names. If so, I'm really sorry. Hi, and thanks. Thanks a lot. Here it's not that very, very interesting, but kind kind of, because I'm showing some of my struggles on that one. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can imagine. The only strange thing I experienced when I traveled in Greece when I was a kid was some kind of a cricket invasion. A lot of big crickets literally falling from the sky. It was not a pleasant experience, I have to say. I'm not very fond of bugs. Not that I have a fear, but just not very fond of them. But this type of earthquake, yeah, definitely this this can be super scary. Okay, that's it. Just a little bit here. Okay. And also, it's a very good tool. It's a very good spatula, so use that as such here. There it is. Oh yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Don't know how I may act in such dire circumstances. I don't know if it was cicadas. I heard. I don't know if it's that, but it was in my memory. It was very close to big crickets, but maybe it was cicadas. I was something like 12 or 30-ish something, 13-ish something. But I heard that it was some oddity due to some kind of a wind or something like that, and they were coming from Africa. But I don't know. Maybe my memory is tricking me. But anyway, it was. It's really something it was the only thing I disliked about my trip to Greece, because it was a delight. I love that country. Was beautiful for me. It was one of the best trips I made with my parents. Definitely. Such a nice place. Very humbling. Surrounded by a lot of great stuff. Everything is loud in Trace. I'm not that of a traveler, but yeah. If I were, I would love to go back. Yeah, I heard some some grief, but it's very strange because you know I can mimic a very bad impression for an Italian, a very bad impression for a Spanish, for an English, but for Greek, for you know this just that language I can't. Don't know why. I can't mimic. I can't do a poor impression. It's very strange. Yes, there will be a slight twist. Oh, great! And I'm very glad that this helps you to create your own D&D mini. Hopefully in the near future I will have a better lighting setup, so this will be even better to you will see more what I'm doing, and maybe I could I should consider to live stream everything, each and every steps. So yeah, thanks for your kind comment. It's really nice, and I'm very happy that I helped you just a little with my videos. So yeah. Okay. To push that. Okay. A little more of this here. Now we'll try to join everything. I will put some patches of clay to completely mix the old deltoid with the new arm. And yeah, after that, I will refine some of the folds, because it's very important. Folds are definitely a setting point for this type of mini. If your folds are nice, this will trigger the purchase compulsion, which is my goal here, because I'm the first customer to be convinced. So, oh yo, 4.1 southeast of Corinth. Oh yeah, okay. Let's hope there will be no replicas, or not too bad replicas. Okay. I may have to let that part sit a little just in order to let the clay sits a little and not harden, but you know, get a little cooler and stiffer. Yeah, let's hope. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, some biblical biblical stuff. I don't know if you're into SCPs, but you know, something like a class K scenario or end of the world, end of reality scenario. I love SCPs. I don't read a lot of I've not read a lot of entries, but I like videos about SCPs. And of course, like a lot of people, I think my favorite is one SCP-173, the statue. We lovingly call it Peanut. The design is absolutely genius. It's it was a picture of a true sculpture made by a Japanese artist called Untitled 2004, and definitely it's eerie, it's strange, and it fits perfectly to SCP-173, which has been created in with you know this Doctor Who vibe. It's basically like the Weeping Angels. It's just moving when you're not watching it. Yeah, some ancient mecha in the Acropolis. Like you know, a big some kind of a big minotaur, like in the first one boss in the first God of War series, the first one. Oh, that would be great. After that, maybe I will sculpt something related to maybe more rum, but something like a big gladiator or something like that. Could be great. Talos or Daedalus. I remember the old a sculpture, you know, hollow one made in the with the form of a cow, in order to Minos' wife to be you know what, by a freaking bull. I like the creation of the Minotaur. I like this version, actually. It's kind of funny. Brutal, but funny. But yeah, Talos definitely would be better. Remember a game named Talos Principle, which was it's a very good puzzle game. One of the best I've ever played, I have to say. Nice vibe. Very interesting. I like such game. Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy with the pose. Less happy with the back of the arm. Obviously, I have to remove some clay here. Yeah. Pacify, yeah, thanks for the reminder. We definitely need some more erotism, but not that erotism. Even some stuff pushed to the grotesque idea in miniature, in the miniature domain. We're lacking that. It's always baffling me how sexuality is still a taboo. Okay. Okay. Okay, I have to find where I put the elbow to completely fix everything. There, I will have to maybe. But you know, something, the Giger idea or Beksinski. You know, some sex but not sexy, or sexy but not porn. I don't know. This is that's why I'm thinking of, you know, some grotesque, thinking of some Giger work on the xenomorph. Okay. I want a slight tilt on the arm. This would be more natural than something too straight. There it is. Okay. Yeah. And the other problem will be contests, because there's always a little line on a lot of contests, rules, you know, in which they say that they can just, with their at their own discretion, they can prevent a piece to be displayed if it's deemed vulgar or too problematic. And I can understand why they're doing that, but most of the time they're not enforcing a lot of these rules. They're not censoring anything. But yeah, this is something, if I put a lot of hours into making a creation with a lot of sexuality in it, if it's refused, I will be not pleased. So maybe it's also why there's not a lot of it. And there are still some people who are thinking that there are some subject you can't depict, which is stupid for me, but some people are thinking like that. When you're creative, you should be able to represent anything you want. That's it. No, yeah, you can tell me you are. Yeah. Yep. It's also why this type of stuff is also why I love, like a lot of creatives. I love the surrealism. You know, there's a lot of great stuff coming from that era. Yep. But I really think that because I'm a petty libertarian when it comes to that, but I really think that contests shouldn't be family friendly. Contests should be contests. That's it. And yeah, there's people that will be offended over nothing. Definitely, yeah. Yep. Some very special snowflakes. But most of the times people are not creative at all. I'm saying that because I saw some trends on Twitter in which you have some creatives wannabes just being offended over anything, and it's sickening, because there are a lot of them ends up harassing actual creatives, which is something I hate. I really hate. No creatives of any kind should be bothered for what you create, what you have created. But I'm waiting for my own consolation on Twitter. Following a bunch of Comicsgate guys and a bunch of libertarians. For now, no, I'm not cancelled, but I'm waiting. Because if I ever am cancelled, I will milk the thing. You can understand. I'll milk the thing out to the last drop. But for now, no. I don't have a huge audience. There's 151 people following me, so it's not that big. It's really, really, really minor. I'm a very, very small account. Very small account. There it is. So I have to push this little volume for the elbow. Yeah, I'll push it further here. So I'll add some volume. There. Oh, I'm trying very hard to be cancelled because I'm following EVS, I'm following Cecil, I'm following That Star Wars Girl, I'm even following Karolin Borisenko, I'm following a lot of problematic people. Not that I found them problematic, but for some others they are. I'm following Gothics, following a lot of cancelled guys and gals, so I'm waiting for my cancellation. But I think I'm too small. Great. Now, for now, I'm just witnessing a little the premises of wokeism leaking into Games Workshop stuff. I think they're trying to not completely go full woke, but there's one or two things that are, yeah, showing a little. But as long as their models are good, I don't really mind because I'm not a fan, but I just like some of their sculpture. But the universe, the game, I just don't care. So it's not a problem for me, but there's a couple of archetypes that are rather concerning for people who are fans and not woke. And if I happen to be in their shoes, I would be concerned. Definitely. Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. No, but female Marines, there is something that is pushed by by a part of the fandom. I don't know if they're true fan or not, but this is definitely something that is pushed a lot to the point of obnoxiousness, I have to say. I saw some very disingenuous arguments over that, and yeah, it's definitely something pushed by some people. Female Space Marines. I mean, they have better. They have Sister of Battle. Sister of Battle is great stuff, and it's kinky as hell. It used to be. No longer that kinky. Because a lot of people are just denying the kinky aspect of it, which is basically the second degree, the best part of that army. But yeah, a lot of these very special snowflakes have no second degree. No, they want to be very serious about everything because everything is a matter of politics. I mean, identity politics, which is stupid, but that's it. But yeah, so LGBT Marines maybe not, but female Space Marine. It's definitely something that's pushed by some people, and it's really something I really dislike. Not that I want to keep anything, but it's just as a matter of principle. Yeah. But this representation stuff is definitely something. It's a trend I find cringe at best. Not that I'm against any diversity. I mean, it's great if you have a diversity because diversity means more products to enjoy. So it's great. But do you know this call for always more that, more that, more that? Just no. Oh yes, we have that, but it's not sufficient. It's not enough. It's not. Oh yeah, okay. So just move your freaking ass and learn how to sculpt. This is my best answer to these people. You don't like the offer? Create your own. Stop whining. Start creating something. I considered creating a hashtag. Hashtag stop whining creates create something. Can't stand this freakish professional victims. Yeah. Yep, maybe, yeah. It's a trend in the, coming from a part of the liberal left to is basically ruining the efforts of the more Marxist, truly genuine Marxist left, trying to view things as a matter of social class and not race or anything identitarian. But yeah, agreed. Okay. Yep, there it is. Okay, I will let that set a little, and yeah, around midnight I think I will call it a day, because yeah, it's very strange because a lot of them are, at least on Twitter, saying that they're Marxist or trained Marxist, which is strange. I saw a very nice video. It was some kind of a humoristic one, made by two. I think they're two guys, two comics. No, two comedians, showing the very close relation between the identitarian far right and the identitarian so-called far left. It was funny, very funny. There was some discussion about Games Workshop salaries. Yeah, but since it's very shitty to work as a freelancer, I mean, it's far shittier than to money-wise than it when it comes to Games Workshop. So yeah, it's not that great, but for a lot of freelancers, it's shitty anyway. So Now, the worst part from Games Workshop is the fact that you have to shut the F up about your own projects. You basically vanish. Yeah. Yeah, Max is working for mega corporation and flashing expensive lifestyle and gadgets all day. Yeah, like the this girl, I can't remember the name. She was a girl she created a meme on TikTok or something like that, and she's basically a millionaire. And she has said that she was truly anti-capitalist, but not for millionaires. Stupid brat. Sofa anarchist, yeah. I have to say, I have to confess, I'm a pure product of the, this some kind of a identitarian switch from the 80s, and definitely I fall more on the libertarian side. Like my roof, my rule, don't mess with me, and less state, because whenever it's on purpose or not, the state here is inefficient at best. Maybe it's made on purpose to serve some super capitalistic dream, wet dream. But as a citizen, I just don't care. I just want to be left alone and not messed with. That's why I'm more and more a libertarian guy. My roof, my rules, and I don't want the state to be messing with me or my money. And yeah, basically a big middle finger to pretty much anything related to the state. Which is making me a very bad French. Very bad. Yeah, left-wingers with right-wing pockets, yeah. Which was almost the definition of President Mitterrand. But that's why I want to equip myself with means of defense. That's why I want to be able to defend my own property. And also, I really less and less believe in the state, the public action. Not that it's a bad thing per se for a lot of stuff, education, justice, judiciary system, etc. Yeah, but for a lot of other stuff, it's truly inefficient and really unbearable. And ununderstandable for me. Okay. But I never, as a guy from the 90s, because I was a kid, I was too young in the 80s to remember anything. But I never truly knew any action from the left I mean the left before Mitterrand, before this identitarian turn. So that's why I'm some kind of an anti-social, anti-state. If you want a university degree, you have to pass the national exams to you for free. Yeah, why not? Here in France, it's pretty much the same thing, except that it's not that hard. We have some private stuff, but the diploma is not acknowledged by the state. But you have also some private universities, but with some convention with the state. Yeah. Great. That's nice. Okay. And they managed to, or the state just has been the wall, protective wall to that, to those neoliberal appetites. There, it's patched. Great. Just will have to. Okay, do that and that here. That's it. Okay. Should put my elbow more on that part. There, we'll add more clay. Push it further away. There. Push it there. And there we are. Yeah. Now the big, if I remember my college, years, I spent 3 years studying musicology, and it's basically worth nothing, even though it's acknowledged by the state. It's also for me some kind of a big problem here. For example, musicology is just something used for education if you plan to be a music teacher or a researcher, which are great jobs. I'm not dissing on them, but these are pretty much the only outcomes of this type of formation. So yeah, I'm for freedom of education on a lot of stuff, but I have to say sometimes I'm truly questioning the system as it is. Well, yeah. And for your example, let's hope that the resistance will continue. But it's true that even though I'm some kind of yeah, even though I'm some kind of a libertarian guy, I have to say, when education, it's almost some kind of a discrepancy from me, because I tend to think that private interests are not the best suited for the creation of knowledge. So yeah, there is some kind of a discrepancy here. From that and healthcare. I'm not that opposed to healthcare, because I think it's better to heal people than to let them struggle for themselves. But yeah, for some other stuff, I'm really not okay with the way the state is handling things. Oh, they can work, but here, for example, the situation with the social care system is definitely concerning. There is a big hole, and nothing is really made to fix the problem. It can be fixed, and it can be and we can still have good healthcare for everyone, but the management is really poor. Maybe it's made on purpose. But anyway, the management is poor. Okay. Management is poor, and our freaking taxation. I mean, the thing is borderline thievery. It's just unbearable for me. A lot of people with some means are moving in Belgium, because that's far better than France when it comes to taxation, or Luxembourg, or why not? Of course, you very small countries like Monaco, but you have to be very filthy rich. Switzerland, Andorra. So since I'm living in a poor, in a state with poor state action and poor public services, and everything is made, regardless if it's made on purpose or not, it's changed nothing for me. It's poorly delivered. So if it's poorly delivered, I just don't want to be bothered by it, and I'm not the sacrificial lamb, saying that, oh yeah, but I have to accept this situation because eventually this will be better. And no, I just don't want the state to mess with my money, and I want the state to let me alone. Because basically, there's there's giving us the middle finger here. They're closing post offices. They're closing a lot of stuff. So middle finger from middle finger. I will also give them the finger. So even if it's made on purpose, yes, that's sickening, but I don't want to be, I don't want my money to be sacrificed. And by my money, I mean the stuff I'm trying to make, my possessions, anything, my overall capital. I don't want it to be to be handled by a state I don't acknowledge as reliable. I have absolute no confidence in the way the state is handling anything. Specifically in those times of pandemic, here it's an absolute disgrace. It's abhorrent. It's a scandal. What we call Conseil Constitutionnel. It's the Constitutional Council. They have voted the sanitary pass. The sanitary passport, the vaccine passport. You can call it whatever you want. And I'm no anti-vaxxer. I'm pro-vaccine, of course. I'm perfectly convinced by the utility of the vaccination. But it's a principle. The thing is perfectly non-constitutional. It's anti-constitutional, and they voted it. And after that, they will complain of people being conspiracy theorists. Yeah, if you happen to see this this live stream, Macron, just that's because I'm not complying with your freaking stuff. The guy said just some month earlier that no, there will not be any type of passport like that. Oh no, and he just rubbed our backs with his freakish lies, blatant lies, and people who used to say there will be a vaccinal passport, something that will create some kind of mandate, mandatory vaccines, or they were called conspiracy theorists, and 1 or 2 months later, bingo. So and it's for that, but sort of for that or for anything else, I have no faith in this type of stuff, because the president before was just we call it flamby, the dessert, wiggly stuff, just like some kind of jello, and the guy before Sarkozy was just a scumbag, a pure concentration of scum. And the guy before was a blatant liar, and he just destroyed the First Republic. And the guy even before Mitterrand was an evil genius, but evil. So pretty much have no possibility to be okay with the action coming from the public force, because I never knew anything. So if it's the way the system, so-called system, and by that I mean an accidental convergence of interest, of various interests, of diverse interests, but if it's the way the thing is going to be, okay. So I'm going full libertarian, and I give them the finger and go fuck themselves. Because if it's their route, it's not mine. Or, this will influence my own compass. That's why I'm really on that side, which is very strange because a lot of libertarians, and of course it's coming from the United States for a lot of stuff, but are considered, from right wing or even conservative, but they're not. They're not truly conservative. They're not truly right, or some of them are truly anti-police. For example, here on YouTube there is Young Ripa, every July. He's definitely a libertarian, pure libertarian guy, to the point of almost being caricatural. But the guy is really anti-police. He's not right-winger at all. At all. It's truly a libertarian. But yeah, so I'm not going full on pure libertarian stuff for everything, but I'm more and more disgusted by the way the state is handling everything. So I don't have any confidence, I can't trust. I can't trust the state, and this is my basic motto right now. So everything the state is making is just to screw me later, or to try to remove some of my freedoms, like my freedom to go in a bar or in such place, which I don't, because I just don't like that. I don't drink alcohol. I hate tobacco, and I have no interest in that. But it's on the principle. And the other thing is they try to force this type of passport for for shopping, for your basic needs. So screw them for that. And I really, really, really dislike our president, which is not it's theirs. It's not mine. Never voted for the guy. He was just. I'm really ashamed to have that as the president. He's the granny lover. I can't. I can't stand his face. I can't stand his voice. I can't stand anything. Neoliberalism, but neoliberalism is it's very strange because it contradicts this very simple idea. Because the main problem with pure capitalism and liberalism like that, when it comes to economic-wise, it ends up with big monopolies, which is capitalism eating itself. Because I like the idea of anyone having a chance to create anything if he has some ideas. The main problem is the predatory stuff. We saw it with in action with Twitter. The GAFAM and Parler. The other deemed the far right, which was not that true. It's just that a lot of people have been with platforms, so they went to Parler. The Americans they said Parler, but it was Parler, so Parler. And they managed to destroy this new platform by removing it from its servers, and there was definitely an idea and understanding between those big corporations to remove what they considered an unreliable platform, and this is definitely rather concerning for me, because the very basics of just Smithsonian liberalism, which is almost nonsense, but Adam Smith and the Wealth of Nation, so just someone somewhere with an idea should be able to have the possibility to milk this idea and to work with it. That's just the basic thing. And for that, I'm full on. I think it's good, but so monopolies were a problem back then. I mean, it was the 17th century, so yeah, royal monopolies were a problem. But right now we're living amidst those artifacts, those missteps of capitalism for too long. Those big monopolies, those big corporations buying and fusing themselves into themselves. It's definitely a big problem, yes. For that, yes, and I can understand some ideas from some kind of a true radical left, even Marxism. So yeah, but no. But if you listen to some economists, there's a lot of them are saying that we're not in a truly self-regulated market. There are some rules, and I think there is one thing. This so-called invisible hand. It was an image created by Adam Smith back in the 18th century. But I think this one modality of such non-existent mechanism could be the diversity of systems, from country to country. Fiscal system, taxation system. You can have a lot of. You can have some with more taxes, some with less, but with better. Some stricter rules for establishing yourself in, or so. Maybe this could be something, but big regulation by the states can be suicidal, because not every country will do that. So the most regulated one will end up empowering themselves. Which can be so I don't have the solution, obviously, but I think there's still some stuff to be done, but it's an actual complex stuff, because here also, speaking of discrepancies, I also appears to have one here, because for a lot of stuff I'm very pro business, but not pro monopoly. I'm really against monopoly, specifically when it comes to creation stuff. Stuff that are concerning my own way of life, and I begin to see some of these monopolistic ideas. I really don't like that, specifically when it comes to IPs. That's why I am very much against IP. But yeah, in huge markets, the thing will happen. Yes, because United States, still them, but even them shouldn't. I mean, they didn't manage to create true regulations when it comes to big cartels, big trusts, like the oil companies. So yeah. Yes, and no. I mean the one I have in mind was just a young doctor, and wasn't saying that there was nothing to be done, but was just saying that it was no longer the 70s, and we are basically in a type of economy which is no longer pure socialist regulations against free market, but rather market free by defect, but with some some rules that are applied to it from state to state, but it's yeah, it was just, you know, one guy saying that. But that's true. We no longer are in the 70s. I mean, okay. So I think I will call it a day for now, because I will have to have some sleep, because today I had to skip my arm day because of my shoulder. It was ruining my day. It's better now, but I prefer to not ask too much from it in order to avoid to injure myself. So my shoulder was not that killing me, but that was you know, when I put my arm like that, it was truly I could experience some pain, but it's not that big of a deal. And tomorrow it's leg day, and I don't like that. Really don't like leg day. It's definitely something. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Nah. No, I'm happy because I no longer go to the movies. I no longer buy any computer, and no longer play any games. But yeah, and but I'm kidding. But the same goes for art supplies. We basically have one distributor, which is called Art and CalArt. Sorry, they have pretty much every brand, from Liquitex Europe to Winsor and Newton. So yeah, another big monopoly. That's really a problem. Definitely, it's really a problem. Yeah. Now, let's hope stuff evolve a little, but I don't have any faith in that. I mean, things seems to evolve to screw us up more and more. So yeah. Oh yeah. Here, yes, it can be. If it's my left arm, it can be also arch related. But since I experience a change in my, I mean, in the pain, I really think it's muscle related, because I really have a brutal program, and I used to make, you know, those flies, but with 15 kilos in each hand, and doing a superset just right after with 10 kilos. So it was something like 8 or 10 reps with 15 and 8 or 10 reps with 10. And it was in the middle of my program. I just made some vertical press before, so I really think it's because it's my left shoulder, so it's my weak arm, and I'm asking a lot from it for a little too long. But the right arm is good. So yeah, I'll see. I have some rest. I had some rest today, and we'll see tomorrow and the day after if it's improving or not. I think this will be great. This will be good. just have this problem here because I didn't have any rest day. But now I can do some push-ups, some pull-ups, because it was definitely my goal was to be able to work with that exercise since I was quite heavy. Yeah. Oh yeah, LB, you mean Le Front Bourgeois? Same company with Winsor Newton, yeah. Yeah. But there is some kind of a systemic idea here. So no matter what we think, this will occur and this will happen. So we'll have to tinker with. Deal with that and to continue to work. But yeah. Okay. So just add a little bit of clay here, and I will call it done for today. Okay. Because I need to eat my last meal and to go for some seas. Tomorrow, squat. With dumbbells, it's not the best, but I don't have any barbells, so I have to use my dumbbells. Speaking of dumbbells, I bought some quite big one, but they just deliver one of the two, so I asked them to deliver the other one, and I had no answer from them. So it's Deport Village, and it's definitely a problem because I need my second dumbbell. If I don't have my second dumbbell, I will be extremely disappointed. Because I need my dumbbells, and it's very difficult to find some heavy one. You can find some light one, like maybe 10 kilos, or something like that. But when it comes to 20 and above, this is definitely difficult because no stores have them, so you have to order them. Maybe I will order some 30 something, but yeah, I should. But the problem is my desk is at the maximum I can put it. And my two desks, because I have another one back there, and my seat is the lowest I can put it. So yeah, maybe adding another layer or something, but for now I just have to use what I have. But I'm considering buying some kind of stand-up desk, the one you can put quite low if you want to sit up, or very very high if you want to work in a standing position. Oh yeah, could be interesting. Yeah. Okay. I have to say, since I'm moving and I'm doing a lot of activities, a lot of sport, training a lot, apart from this minor situation in my shoulder, I no longer have any back injury, back ache or any of any kind. So that's pretty cool. Just had a little layer here, and now after that I'll stop there because I need my eggs and beef jerky. Yeah, maybe. But for now, my desk is a mess, and I'm too lazy to tidy up. So I'm just working with what I have, and after that, maybe I'll consider. But the best thing for me would be to change the thing and to have a proper setup for live streaming. You know, building a very sturdy, big area with dedicated lights and a better, you know, stand for my camcorder. And I really want to. I began to browse the Amazon for such new setup, and I will try to buy some wood to create my own very sturdy workbench. No longer a little desk, but truly quite big workbench. Oh yeah. Yeah, but for my neck is working with my back, and I have you know, in my program I have some you know, soft weights used on the wrists or ankles, 2 kilos, and I'm working by putting it on my head and laying down. I'm working my neck every other day. So because my neck is very, so it's quite narrow, and it's a complex for me. I'm quite a bulky guy, but when it comes to my neck is too thin, so I'm working it. And specifically also because if I happen to have a punch in my face, I don't want, you know, to have one punch and being completely knocked out. So having a bigger neck, quite sturdy, it's a good thing. That's why I'm working my neck. So yeah, I ask a lot from my neck when it comes to my work, but since I'm moving it a lot, and with my working out, my trapezoid muscle is also, this muscle is part of the back of the neck, so it's helping developing the thickness and the sturdiness of the back of the neck. And for these two sternocleidomastoid, I'm working them a lot with my weight and my and some frontal push. Oh yeah, Andrew and I are the old ones. Oh yeah, your father, yeah, that's great. It's great. I should try to build myself one thing like that. Okay, so I think it's not bad. There, improve. Just this area, and after that, no kidding, I got it today. Yeah, you need a lot of room. Yeah, me too, me too. I would love to have yeah. No, but when I mean I want a thicker neck, I want a muscular thicker neck. That's why I'm training a lot because you never know. I'm training for, of course, for aesthetics because I just hated my body. But I mean, hated it. I was ashamed of myself to the point that I could no longer see myself in the mirror. I was ashamed of what I had become. So I decided to train like a freaking lunatic. And guess what? It works because I I'm lucky enough to have some basic knowledge in that and nutrition. So things pretty much worked because I lost a lot of fat and gained a lot of muscle and a lot of strength. And I spent my pretty much my entire summer training, but yeah, it worked. So that's super cool, and I really want to have a more muscular body and to be to push the thing as far as I can. Oh yeah, you said that your big desk workbench has a Z-shaped metal frame. Oh yeah, great. You need some serious welding skills to achieve that. So here I will have to change a little stuff. If I push it a little bit here, that, and just try to put some clay because I want to get rid of that hole. Yeah, but this diet is working. It's not for everyone, of course. You have to endure the thing. But since I can consider food to be just bricks for my my muscles, and and basically gasoline for my body, yeah, it works. Yeah, but it's working. It's I mean, it's working for me, and that's good enough for me. I needed a deficit, and I since I hate cooking, I definitely needed it to be very easy to track, easy to make each and every day, and it is. And now I'm even considering adding a few things because my deficit is maybe a little too much now, so I could eat a little more. Maybe I will add some wheat for the morning with some milk. We'll see. Because for now I just have 2 slices of ham, banana, and a spoonful of peanut butter. But a few grams of wheat can be a good thing, you know. We'll see. For now, I'm sticking to my old diet but they had some stuff here and there to just ensure that I have enough energy to push myself in my training sessions. But now when I see my body, I'm no longer ashamed, and I can even consider to when this freaking stupidity known as the senator pass will be removed, I could consider to subscribe to a gym, you know, to go to the gym outside of my house, I mean, because I couldn't before. I was too ashamed, definitely too ashamed of myself. But now I can. But this diet helped me to lose something like 800 grams of fat per week, something like that. And I mean of fat, not muscle, not just weight. Not that interested in the thing. Just making my own life. Okay. So here I will have to change this because this no longer works with that. So we'll have to push that here. That. Do it. Yeah, very fast, like that. Change this orientation, fold, to have a basic idea here. There it is. Okay, I'll call that a day. I will wrap this up for today. So yeah, here I am right now. So I just made some basic shapes for the arm. And I will just correct a few things for the folds on that part of the coat d'armes. I think it's called like that. In French we say jupon d'armes. I will add the leather strap here because this is to maintain the shield on the body. In English, I don't know the name. In French, we call it a guiche. That's not known by a lot of people. For a lot of people, a shield is just a shield. It's something you have on top of your forearm when it comes to that type of shield, and that's it. But no, you have a leather strap because if you happen to lose your shield, you're pretty much dead. And the other thing is when you ride a horse, because knights were on horses, you may have to drop your shield, so it should stay on your arm when you have your arm slightly bent. So yeah. I will sculpt this in order to put this little piece of shield here. And the other thing, I will have to sculpt, even though they will be most likely invisible, I will have to sculpt some details here. So add a wood grain texture in that part, and I will add a frame with some rivets, and that will be pretty much it. And on that part I may add some you know, some shrieks, some stuff, some how can I say that, some damage, like, you know, the fabric you had most likely on shields can have some holes here and there. I can poke some holes and some and tire it, and so yeah, we'll see. I will put some damage, we'll see. So yeah, I think it's not too bad. The shield is it's a little big, but if it's from the 11th to 12th century, I think it's okay-ish to have something a little bigger. So yeah, thanks. And I will have to finish the head and to, of course, try to make each and every little nail. And this is something I just don't want to do, but I have to. I will have to. And the cloak, big cloak, and had some further details and damage here and there. So yeah. So thanks for watching. Thanks, Joe. Thanks. Always a pleasure to have you and to discuss. It's always great. I hope you will have no longer. You will no longer experience big earthquake. Thanks, Gail. Thanks also, Hayes Jewett. So yeah, thanks everyone. If you're interested in my content or in my work, you can follow me on social medias. Links are in the description box down below. I am live streaming every Monday. I think this will be the new schedule. Something like 10 it's 10 p.m. here, so 8 p.m. UTC. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Do the mail online. Oh, sorry, I don't get that. I'm sorry, Joe. You're doing your emails. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I hope to catch you on the next one, and yeah, see you very soon. And thanks, and for now, bye bye.